Hello and welcome to this O&DR Modurol video, Roof Sound Deadening, Reduced Cabin Noise Levels. This is video 192 in our series of XK8 videos, and this video is part of a series of videos we're doing about replacing the headliner on our 1996 Jaguar XK8, and this particular one is about the roof. Now the XK8 roof is a very large unsupported panel and hence it vibrates very, very easily, so it's not that good for noise. In theory, adding sound deadening material can greatly improve this, especially with this super large panel. Now, quoting from soundskinglobal.com, sound damping is the term used when a vehicle sound dampening material acts as a shock absorber and dampens the vibrations. As the metal bends, the metal of the roof that is, the sound deadener resists that bending, takes out the energy from the vibrations. Hence, the less the metal vibrates, the less the metal re-radiates the sounds back into the air and to the other side. So, in the case of the XK8, the noise from that big roof panel can be greatly reduced by this dampening material, and the cabin is noticeably quieter, and I can confirm that it is quieter with it added. The tools you're going to need if you're taking this on, you need a set of rollers. I bought the specialist rollers, but any roller will do in theory, and a pair of sharp scissors, and obviously the sound deadening material itself. I'm going to split this video into three simple chapters. First, the before and after, give you an idea of how significant the change is. Then the material, how much it costs, how many square meters we used, and then the application method we used. Okay, first of all, the before and after. It's difficult to show the improvement inside the car. I haven't got sort of cabin noises, but what you can do is you can just do this simple tap test before the roof. And you can see the difference after the deadening's been fitted. So this is a tap test before the roof had anything fitted. It's quite a hollow sound. And this is after the sound deadening material has been fitted. You can hear it's a lot duller. And that just gives you an example of how the roof has been dampened down, and it makes a massive difference to the overall road noise, etc. The material itself then, the material composition of the sound deadening material I used was two layers. First was aluminium top layer, thickness 0.12 millimeters, a rigid acoustic barrier reducing the heat transfer, and it was actually protecting the dampening core, which is a black butyl rubber, thickness 1.8 millimeters in this case. It's an elastomeric dampening rubber, temperature resistance up to 145 degrees, obviously chemical resistance. And under that butyl rubber, obviously there is a third layer of actually adhesive, and that adhesive is protected by a wax release paper while it's in transit. We actually purchased this particular sound deadening material from eBay. We purchased 10.2 square feet for £25. It's a real budget upgrade, this. And this is the 2 millimeter foil back dampening material. We actually received 10 sheets of 350 millimeters by 250 millimeters material. The overall area in square meters is actually 0.875, so it's just under 1 square meter. And the weight of them, I was very surprised when they received the parcel. They're actually really heavy. Unsurprising, I suppose, because you're trying to dampen that roof panel down. 3.5 kilos. But for all that, the material is very, very easy to cut with scissors. The aluminium and the rubber are easily cut. The application method then. So the starting point obviously is the roof interior without the headliner. In the case of the XK8, it's a very large roof panel with no reinforcements, as I say, and there's no sound deadening applied as in other parts of the vehicle in this case. So if you're interested in removing your headliner to do it, take a look at our video 191, should be a link in the top right hand corner. Once you've got the headliner out, The surface should be clean and clear of any contaminants, but you need to make sure if it isn't, please clean it off with some solvent to allow the glue to adhere properly. Then I advise actually mark out the centre line of the roof, front to back in the car, with a ruler and a pencil, in our case. That gives you a good guideline to start putting the sheets down. As you can see, you can almost get 4 sheets across the car, so it's ideal you get them started in the centre line to avoid any cutting. So we start at the front left hand, pulling the backing paper from the front edge, pushing that front edge down with the fingers, and then using a roller to secure the front edge properly. And the idea of the roller is you need to use a roller to force the dampening material onto the panel and for that glue to adhere properly. And you need to do that throughout the whole surface of all the dampening material. Then what you do is we actually pulled the backing material off progressively towards the back of the vehicle, and as we're doing that, we're rolling along as we went, avoiding any bubbles or wrinkles in doing it that way. We did that through the whole car. Then we applied the second sheet to the right hand side. The third sheet will be a bit larger than the space left in the corner. So in theory, you've got to trim a bit of material off, but there is a gap between the roof and the inner reinforcement panels where the adhesive hasn't quite been put in our case. You might not have this condition in your car. So we were actually able to slip the sound deadening material underneath that reinforcement panel inside the gap. And therefore, you don't need to cut away any excess material in this case. However, it's difficult to remove the backing paper because obviously it's jammed underneath the panel there, and it's obviously almost impossible to roll that area out to secure it. So in our case, we used a wooden ruler to push inside the gap to make sure the sound deadening material was pushed against the roof panel to make sure the adhesive had taken properly. We followed the same procedure for the other side, the other corner, front corner. Then we moved on to the next row of material and followed the same pattern as the first row, using the roller as we went. So you can see there we've almost got, 6 full sheets applied without any cutting, any significant cutting. Then, 8 sheets without any significant cutting. Then the final row does need to be trimmed aside because it's almost, I think it's the third the length needed. So you need to trim that to size with using your scissors. And there you go. The final of the roof should be covered in sound deadening material. Really is as quick and easy as that. We had very, very little waste material left. It was really quite a good size package, that 10.2 square feet. Then we fitted our new headliner. It was definitely quieter whilst driving. It made a real difference. I'm pretty sure it wasn't just the new headliner. It was so significant that after fitting our stage 1 and 2 exhaust system, which is really loud, we needed to open the window to hear it. It was really quiet. And with the window closed, you can hardly hear the burble, which isn't always what we're after, but it definitely does the trick. If you're interested in how we fitted our headliner, there's a video about that, video 193. Should be a link in the top right-hand corner. This video is part of a series of videos in our headliner video playlist. Please take a look at that playlist for more details on lots of procedures. I'd like to thank Hugh Ifer-Williams for inspiring this video and actually doing this upgrade. He'd done it to his car some time ago. Shared some photographs of it. I thought, I've got to do that when I do my headliner. So thanks, Hugh, for leading me along this path. And thank you for watching. Hope you find that interesting. If you want to reduce cabin noise, it does add a bit of weight to your car, but obviously it's not significant. 3.5 kilo. Okay, it's a heavy car anyway. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more XK8 videos.